Okay, so this is quick jig assembly for the Maple Pro Jig, and we'll quickly go through all the parts. You have your two levelers, and take it apart. You have your main stand, parts bag, and the other stand. So first thing you do is take your parts out of the bag, and you'll also need flat screwdriver, 10mm Allen key for the levelers, and 4mm Allen for this, or 10mm wrench. Okay, first off, undo your set screws so that they're all the way backed out of the jig. Then both of these have holes to set up the front piece for the stop. One washer bolt through both of the holes on the stopper, and then taking the two ferrules that are here for spacers, take and put those into the jig. So just hand tighten these in to the jig like that. Take your Allen key, tighten them down, give them a good crank so that they're not loose, and that part is now done. Next, take your bar, insert it here so that it's level with the front of the spacer, and then put it on the back side of your jig like that, and that's your basic setup. The bar can go on later, and we'll do that next. So next, take your skate blade and insert it into the jig. And what you want is approximately the same amount of space from the stopper and also on the back, and it doesn't have to be exact. Next is tighten up your blade, but leave enough so that you're not touching the runner, but that there's lots of blade on top. Do that front and back, and then tighten it down. Now we're only doing this one skate so we can use the levelers. Next on the leveler is unthread it, push it in. It'll be a little tight to start. This will go through the hole like that, so it comes in down, turn down, and loosen these set screws off if they're tight. Take your Allen or your wrench and loosen those off and open the screws up a bit, and then unthread them like that. Then with this hole here centered on top of the jig so that the screw is in the middle of the blade, tighten it back down, and then do again the same with the back. So loosen these off, open them up. They should come loose in your with the jig. So again, center it, tighten them both down. And now with the jig, or with your blade in the jig like this, take both set screws with a screwdriver and put them down until they touch firm but not overly tight. And then take your wrench and tighten them down with holding it like that. Again, screw them till they're tight. Take the nut and tighten it, holding it in place. Next, to make sure that they're both exactly level, is you just do the reverse. Lift that over, flip it around, make sure your set screw is far enough out, tighten it down. Same with the back. Open it up, center it, tighten it down, and then again do the same here. So tighten the set screw till it touches, hold it in place, take your wrench and tighten. And again on the back, same thing. So it's quite simple, it should only take a few minutes. And now, when you put your other skate blade in, they will be exactly the same height. When you're ready to sharpen, or you can actually take your bar, put it in place in the front, screw with a washer, both set them into place here. There's two of them, like that. Tighten them down with your Allen key. And give them both a crank. Done. And then on the back, If your holes aren't quite lined up, just loosen off your blade here, loosen off the bottom set screw, and then move your jig forward or back just enough to get them to line up. Put both screws in, leaving this the wing nut underneath the gold bar loose. And for sake of time, I won't tighten those. Once those are tight, retighten your wing nut on the bottom, lift your blade up to there, done. So with both blades in, you would just remove your levelers and you'd be ready to sharpen.